Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. Well, we are kind of getting well into winter at this point, which means it's flu season. We have Carolyn Rose with the Summit Health Department. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm good too. Let's see. Flu shots. We're talking flu shots today.
Yes,
I've already shared with you my thoughts. I'm a little flip-floppy with flu shots.
A lot of people are.
And I kind of understand that you didn't get flu shots and now you do. Tell me that story.
So I've been a nurse for a very, very, very long time, and you know, flu shots were always encouraged, but I was never at a point where I thought, oh, I don't usually get sick, so I'm not going to get one. Why should I get one?
Was it just because you were healthy, you were young, you didn't think you needed it?
Right.
Okay.
Right. And then I had a premature child. He was born 3 months premature, and it was in November, and so his dad and I were both told that we needed to get flu shots to protect him. And then even before he was a year old, he also got the flu shot because his lungs were involved as a preemie. And so from then on, I have just always gotten flu shots, and so has my son, and so has his dad. So
have you noticed a difference?
You notice when you have a child that as soon as they go to daycare or kindergarten that you get all sorts of things that you never thought you'd get before.
Yes, yes.
However, the flu is different. It's different than the common cold. So I tell people your hair hurts. You know, you're down in bed and everything hurts. That is the flu. There's so many different kinds of viruses out there that cause common cold. So cough, runny nose, you know, a little bit of congestion. That is not the flu. You know when you have the flu. You are just down and out, and it's not pleasant.
So the flu shot's not going to protect you against every single common cold, every virus you get.
No.
Tell me, what does the flu shot protect you against?
It protects against the 4 main strains of the flu that the scientists have pretty much guessed what is going to be the worst strains for the year, and they do that by starting in the southern hemisphere and over around the China region, and they study and see what flu viruses are out, and from there then they make up the year's flu shot serum.
So they kind of do that ahead of time, right?
Yes.
Like last year they're looking at the strains to guess what's going to be a problem this year.
Correct.
Interesting. So one question I have for you, okay, what do you advise people? Do you advise young people to get flu shots, or is it just more prevalent in older ages? What is your advice?
We advise everybody 6 months and older to get it. And a lot of people were like me. They said, well, you know, I don't get sick. However, you know, medicine has really advanced, and because of that, there's a lot of people out there whose systems are immunocompromised. They've got cancer, they have diabetes, they have asthma, which asthmatics really have a susceptibility to getting very, very ill with the flu. And so what you're doing, even if you don't get sick, is you are helping to protect everybody else, and everybody else who may get the flu shot that may not be able to build up the antibodies. So it's a good thing, and most of us know somebody who's pregnant, who has a baby, and babies do not have the protection that they need. Elderly people whose immune systems are not as good as what they used to be.
Right.
And you know, people on cancer treatments. We all know these kind of people, and so by those of us who are healthy getting the flu shot, even if we get it, we're going to get a milder form, and milder symptoms, and it will help to protect those that we need to protect.
Do you know the rate of protection this year? Is it about 60%? Is that the average?
You know, they haven't come out with that as yet that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Usually it takes a while because there's not a lot of flu out in the community right now. There is some. There have been some hospitalizations, but it's usually later in the season by the time we really know what the protection rate is.
Right. Well, I have to admit, I was not the kind of person that got flu shots, and now that I'm pregnant, I had read articles about protecting your child after it's born. It's about 40% or something that they're protected. So that's the reason I did it.
Good for
and
you.
Who knows, maybe I'll continue to do so. But as you said, I mean, if we're even talking about 60% efficacy, that's still 60%.
Right. It's better than none.
Yes, it's better than zero.
Right.
So,
and when you're talking about infants who, you know, or little children or the grandparents of your baby, you know, the aunts and uncles, whatever, you don't want them to get sick because they can't fight it off as well as what we can. So.
Right. Well, I like this. Okay, where can people go and get their flu shots?
You know, there's a lot of pharmacies on the west side of the county that have flu vaccine right now. We have it. We also have offices in Camas and Colville. They have the flu shots. I think Camas only has one other pharmacy that offers it over in that area. Over here, there's a lot, and most of the insurance will cover it. We bill quite a few insurances, so give us a call and come on out.
Well, Carolyn, thank you so much. This is actually, I may be converted. I'm on my way to being converted, so this is actually a really good topic for me right now, especially, and I hope for you guys as well, as the flu season is really starting to begin.
Yep, it is.
All right, Carolyn, thank you so much.
Thanks, Kelly.
Well, we do have a lot more coming right here on the Mountain Morning Show right after this break.